All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Droppin'Baums with me, your host, Corey Ballmeister. Today, we're going to be playing another trophy match. It seems like these are like the majority of the videos I'm filming these days because I've been getting a lot of testing in for some upcoming tournaments for me, so I haven't had a lot of time to play a lot of brews. So I've just been playing good decks that I'm considering playing, and this is definitely one of them. And from the last trophy match, I believe, it depends on when I post these. The last trophy match was with this exact 75. I think the only change was I had the other land, where now I'm playing Treasure Vault. But believe it or not, y'all, this is back-to-back leagues here, where I 5-0'd that one, 4-0 right now, playing for the back-to-back double trophies, so I really want to win this. There's nothing better than a 10-0 tweet, so we're gonna very much try hard at this. But Golgari Devotion plays exactly the same as Mono Green Devotion, except it's got a couple of really different qualities, and they're really big qualities. One, Vraska can actually kill things like Thing in the Ice, can kill creatures. Fatal Push can also kill those creatures, so you're not just an all-in green deck where you're on the draw and you play against a heroic deck and you're like, I guess I'll just hope I can win. Now you're doing something to actually proactively change your strategy. Often the only card you really bring in is Fatal Push against decks that you really need it. I'm still learning exactly what all those decks are, because Mono Green, for instance. Do I want all my Fatal Pushes? I don't think so. Do I want some? Maybe. Do I want them on the draw instead of the play? Probably. Those are the tough questions. Is it Phoenix? You want Fatal Push for Shredders and Thing in the Ice, because that's what destroyed us. But the other aspect that Black brings is Vraska to be able to Karn up Ugin's Nexus. And then sacrifice it with Vraska, take an extra turn. Karn can negative to get the same Ugin Nexus out of exile. Do it again. And while you're doing that, more than likely you have more mana. You're progressing your battlefield until your opponent is very dead. So, I have one with more Vraska ultimates now with this list than I have with Chainveil restorative burst combos. This deck doesn't win with that anymore. And thank God, because that combo is too complicated. And it's kind of pointless. But it's much easier. Go get a Chainveil, activate your Planeswalkers a couple of times. That last activation where you have 5 more mana, you get Ugin's Nexus, then you uptick, sacrifice the Nexus, start your turn over with, more than likely a lot more devotion, and then you just kind of go nuts, and then eventually you Vraska ultimate them, kill them with dealing them 1 damage with a Llanowar Elf. So, alright, y'all, let's go for this back-to-back trophy match. Let's start it up. Oh, yeah. This is a beaut. No forest for Old Girl Troll, which actually can be a problem at times, but whatever. This is a great hand. We're going to be pretty happy about this one. All right. Definitely starting with the Mystic in the dark. Sometimes up against removal, if you really need a land, it's correct to go Oath if you're up against, Rakdos, maybe Is It, a deck that has a bunch of 1-mana red removal, but just play the Elf. Pretty self-explanatory here, even if it is it? Okay, so I would have liked to play, Old Girl Troll here, but I think this is second best. If they have Spell Pierce, it's a little bit worse, but we're going to go like this. We're going to try to play Wolf Willow Haven here. Then we're going to play Oath of Nissa. Probably trying to hit one more land. I think we'll take a Kiora, since it's our only option. And then we'll play another Llanowar and we'll say go. No big deal. No big deal, really. Just 6 permanents on turn 2. And now next turn, we can do some things. This is definitely a turn 3 Storm. Alright, play Shredder or something. Okay. Pretty good. Alrighty. So, it looks like it has to start with Kiora or just 3, 4, 5. Alright, Kiora would be 4 devotion. 4, 5. I think I'm going to be short, but I mean, it is still just going to be Kiora. But I think it's just Kiora Old Girl Troll, right? Because I untap this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Yep. Okay, so I'm a little short. That's okay, though. We'll untap this. Get to draw a card. Old Girl Troll is actually very tough for Phoenix to deal with. We'll play another one of these. We'll attack for 1 and say good luck, because next turn there's a storm a-brewing. Alright, they gotta have one of those Is It Phoenix, double Is It Phoenix turns, but if they do, we're in trouble. Okay. Fable, that's fine. They're dead. Oh, they're dead. They're so dead. Okay, so we gotta start with Cavaliering. They're so dead, y'all. Oh my god. Okay, so we'll start with this. Draw a card. Get this layer into play. There's another storm. We can play Llanowar. We can untap Nykthos. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? We were just having fun. Okay, but Fable the Mirror Breaker there, you know, I mean, I've played these kind of Is It mid-range style decks. I personally think they're not good enough because they lose to mono green. You know, if you don't have Thing in the Ice kind of thing. But I do think this is a matchup where I want to bring in some pushes. Maybe not all of them. Just because I don't know if they're siding into Thing in the Ice. I don't even know if they have Shredder. Their list could be, you know, different right now. So I'm just going to go minor change. Just a couple. Just to hedge against Thing in the Ice a little bit. Vraska's already hedging. And then on the play, if we don't see a Thing in the Ice, I think I'll just put both Wolfula Havens back. Get rid of the pushes. We have Vraska in case they were to pivot on us. But, I mean, they're going to kill us with something. So, you know, we're going to be able to know if we want to have pushes for game 3, if they do indeed kill us. But that game just looked comical. Like, we didn't look like we were playing the same format. Cantrip, kill a creature, cantrip, play Fable. I put 50 power into play. You know, like, it's so insane. All right, I'm going to keep... This might be one of those hands, though, where if they lead on, like, if they lead on red side of Pathway, I'm playing Oath, you know? But if they lead on, you know, even Steam Vents, okay. If they leave it on tap Steam Vents, I'm for sure playing Llanowar. Okay. Hope for the old turn 2 Old Growth Troll. Okay, let us have it, eh? In my draw step, Aether Gust. Okay. Do I want a Llanowar? So my play is just going to be Wolfwilla Haven this turn. So I think I don't need Llanowar now. I don't think I do. Okay. So let's put this at the bottom. And Wolfwillow Haven. Say go. Now next turn we can go Oath plus Nykthos. Oh wait, we don't have Old Girl Troll. Never mind. We can go, yeah, just Old Girl Troll. Probably Old Girl Troll Llanowar now. Here's the Troll. Now, if they gust that, that's going to be a tougher decision. I think I'll still put it on top, actually. And here's a Mystic. And we'll say go. Let's see what they're up against. They could be some other kind of Is It deck, too. Yeah, I was just going to say, if they Prismari command me, I bet it is Gear Hulk, Magma Opus, that kind of shenanigans. So, The Fatal Push we brought in were a mistake, and I should feel bad about myself. We'll take them out, but yeah, I mean, not the biggest deal. We only brought in 2, so. All right, so they are not lined up for Gear Hulk next turn, but Gear Hulk Magma Opus is insane. Oh, they can Indomitable Creativity, though, for Gear Hulk. That'd be pretty good. I played this deck a couple times, either in this league or the previous one. I think it's a Spike deck. And I've won it. Well, I've won every match with this deck, but I've won, I wouldn't say convincingly, but the whole idea is just hit them. Hit them every single turn. Go, 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 you know? All right, here's an Oath. Our Devotion is 6. Take a Nicol Bolas. Now the question is, what do we want to play? And I think it's still just probably Storm. Top. Okie dokie, here's some damage. Alright, now I'm afraid, though. Because now if they have land Gear Hulk for Magma Opus or Creativity, any of the things, it's going to be very good against me. Hopefully they let me draw a card. Nope. I'm scared. Alright, hopefully I can still play Nicol Bolas. So they're going to tap Nykthos, so I'm not going to get to do that. 1 damage, tap, tap. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going to be able to do absolutely nothing. Yep. Land go, your turn. Alright, now these are definitely the games you can lose. I am put behind now. You know, some of these games I can control. I remember I played one of the games in this league versus this deck, and I just, like, aggressively Karn for Tormod's Crypt, and at one point they played Gear Hulk with Magma Opus in their yard, and just, like, hoped I misclicked. I activated and they conceded, you know? I haven't seen a Karn, so of course that's not possible now, but a lot of Aether Gust, some spot removal. On the play, we take out those Fatal Push and we just be our game 1 composition and should be fine. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game to win. Tough game to win. But if any deck can come back from behind and win, you know, it's this deck. You just win. You just win the game, you know? So if you're at 1 life, you know, you untap and it's not like, okay, I'm not coming back from this. It's like, okay, time to kill them, you know? And that's what I love about this deck. I've won so many games where my opponent concedes at 20 and I'm at 2 or something. And it's like, I never attack them, but the inevitability is there. I attack when Vraska has an emblem, you know? Which is some pretty disgusting stuff. I'm a big fan of this deck. I think the black threw it over the top. I think it was already a tier 1 deck. But now I think it's S tier, personally. But, obviously, coming from the person who's played 2 leagues and is 9-0 and has barely dropped a couple games, you know, you tend to be a little inflated on that. Even if I lose this, though, I'll still have that opinion. While we're waiting for our opponent to kind of be in the tank, if you are looking to get some next level analysis of this deck as well as any other decks, you can check in the Patron. This is kind of one of the focuses, you know, right now is Pioneer. So, you know, not sure what I'm going to play yet, but it's definitely a possibility. All right, I am going to Old Growth. This is basically still a ramp spell for me. Okay, no Magma Opus bullshit possible. Okay. Now, if we're in the 1 spell territory, there's not much we can do anyways. So 4 or 5. So I have to activate Nykthos here. Let's see how much we have. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're at 9. So we can't even double spell with these things. So I think, that being the case, we storm. And if this gets countered and then we draw a land next turn, then we could do both. We could go Cav into Bolus if we hit a land. I mean, it is more likely that they have a negate here than another gust. So maybe Cavalier is actually right here. Okay. Talk myself into it. If I hit a land, I can play Nicol Bolas as well. They know my hand now, though, because they know I have these two. Okay. Untap land. That's an untapped land. On steroids. What? Okay, that opens a whole new set of doors. 8, 9, 10. So now I still think... Now we're back to storming. If they negate this, I'm going to feel so big brain because our turn would have been so much worse if we didn't negate. Now at least we have a blocker. One mana off. If this storm resolves, though, yeah, like now we can get another land. And why not another Nykthos, you know? If not, why not? Okay, here we go. Might even be able to storm again here. Yeah. 10. Guess this doesn't play around Spell Pierce? Was I playing around Spell Pierce before? Yeah, I think I was. Spell Pierce would be a weird one for them to have, but maybe not that weird. God, this would be the worst Spell Pierce. I could sacrifice something. Have I played a land? No, I haven't. Okay. I'm in for that then. Okay. So we might as well Wolf Willowhaven this. I feel like they do have a Spell Pierce. Like, they could Spell Pierce this now and stop my turn, but it's better than getting my big Spell Pierced, you know? Okay, so let's add a bunch. 11, I still fall into the Spell Pierce trap. So, what if I just Nicol Bolas here? Yeah. Oh, they did have Spell Pierce, essentially. Wow, that was awesome. Okay. Wow, we played around that beautifully. Okay, now what to do? I easily can just destroy this. Then it's pretty easy to kill Nicol Bolas, or I take it up and see what we can find, and then make a wolf to block. I don't care that much about this Gear Hulk, to be honest. If I have blockers? Alright. Start depriving them. Maybe we hit something else. Maybe we hit a storm. Okay, we did not. Here's another token. I don't think I played a land. Alright, that was a turn. Wow, we played around that instant charm beautifully. Uh-oh. It might not matter. We need Karn. We need Karn to lock down these treasures, and that's one thing we just haven't found. Yeah, that was a turn, though. I mean, now if they have Gear Hulk, Magma Opus, or Creativity, that's Gear Hulk, Magma Opus. So, I mean, that's going to be good. They're going to do some damage here. But if they do kill Cavalier, I get to put Karn back. That's the main thing here. Because I have Vraska, so if I get Karn, I just go Ugin's Nexus and we get it going. Or you get Chain Veil, then Ugin's Nexus, but we don't have Kiora. You really need the Super Friends to get Chain Veil. Like, once they've assembled, you get Chain Veil, and you just have a good old time. Alright, that's all our Nykthoses, though. Not that that's the biggest deal, since we have one in play. Okay. Had to expect that. Now, what are they going to do? This is a tap down your things, attack with Gear Hulk type of play. I would imagine. Now it's just killed Nicol Bolas or something else. You know, maybe we're going to regret not killing Gear Hulk. If I killed Gear Hulk, now they wouldn't be attacking anything, but they'd still just ping Gear Hulk. Or ping Nicol Bolas, I'd still lose it. But they'd have one less Gear Hulk, so, you know, maybe this was bad. Because it had to be one good card on top. You know, obviously if it was a Karn, I looked super smart, but with it being a tapped land, it looked pretty medium. Okay. Tapped Vraska. And there goes Nicol Bolas, I imagine. Dragon God down. Okay. Alright, now if they have an answer for starting the festival, we're probably dead again. This is free. $10. Let's do it. Okay, Cavalier and probably just Elvish Mystic. Okay. Well, 2 lands, but there is... Oops. Didn't even really think about that one. But there was another storm, so not the worst. Now... it's if we want to Vraska something. We almost assuredly do, but it's do we want to kill the Elemental or do we want to draw a card? We're kind of out of mana, essentially. So killing the Elemental is not terrible. It stops any future Gear Hulk nonsense as well. It also opens up the card a little bit. Now they're in the territory of just Magma Opusing to attack, and I think that's just game anyway, so I don't think I can beat that. So I almost want to keep ticking it up. Huh. It's close. really want to sack anything right now, though, except, I guess, Blooming Marsh. All right. Your go. All right, we'll do the same thing again next turn. Yep, not a big deal. Defense, defense, Okay. I'm scared. So they get to keep one of those cards. So realistically, what they're looking for is Indomitable Creativity into their hand and the thing into their graveyard. They decided to discard Indomitable and Fable and say go. So that leads me to believe they have... It can't be Magma Opus. Okay, this is one of my favorite things to do. Sacrifice Oath. This is like my new kink here, you know? Oh, baby! Okay, sack Oath, play Oath. Alright, now they don't know about Karn. There's Kiora. Okay, this is game. This is game if this all works. Now it's just the proper way to do all these things. I could start with Kiora. Yeah. Kiora. Okay. Yeah, they're dead. I actually don't think with one card they have any outs. Okay, so we go like this. I'll untap it. I'm not going to hit another one off Storm, so it doesn't matter for that. But, yeah, let's hit Storm as, like, honestly, Storm is bait here. Which Storm is insane. Yeah, oh, they got. They're like, yeah, as long as I deal with that, it's game. And here we go. Now we get the Chain Veil. GG. Double trophy. Double trophy. Are they complaining? Yay! Yeah, honestly, we destroyed that deck and they Magma Opus Gear Hulked us twice. And honestly, that's been my experience against that deck. I think I've played it 3 times. They do their thing, but their thing just isn't big enough. Gear Hulk Magma Opus, you know, normally is just insane, but we go way bigger. We go way bigger. Storm the Festival is insane. I think this deck is just absolutely broken. So thank you so much for watching. Another trophy match. I am in love. I'm having a blast with this deck. And like I said, I'm going to be putting a sideboard guide for a Pioneer deck. You know, might be this one, might be something else in here before SCG Baltimore. That's going to be my next tournament. So join the Patron if you want to up your game. And yeah, and just be a part of our really good community where we build each other up. You know, every Monday, we shout out people that did well on the Patron. You know, whether it's with the deck we're playing or not, doesn't really matter. It's all about building a community and making you a better Magic player. That's bottom line. That is the goal of the Patron. And everything else is kind of gravy. So thank you so much for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video.